Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Shroud of the Avatar, and today we're in game with Scarface and we're going to do one of the 3-day puzzles in East Vauban foothills that will give us a blessing of invigoration, which will give us plus 10 on our healing and regeneration. Now East Vauban foothills is found in the Drakvold area of the game. It's just up from Vauban Pass, which of course you have Brittany over here, and then you have the pass past crossroads and places like that, up to Vauban Pass, through Vauban Pass, up to the slightly mountainous area or hilly area where you will find East Vauban foothills. So let us go in and explore the area and start doing the puzzle. And here we are, and because the area at making of this video doesn't have a map in the game, I'll explain the zone to you. Basically you've got a large lake in the middle, you've got a small fishing village down here, you've got a windmill over here, then you've got a lake that leads up to a cave over here, and those are the main points of interest in the quick layouts, so you can see where I'm going. Now what we need to do to start off with is we need to get some runes. Now the runes are found on various targets in the area, so let's go to our first target, which is down on the other side of the windmill, which of course is in the southwest part of the map. So let's quickly get over there. And in this area you will find some remnants of the pumpkin head, or you will find a pumpkin head if it happens to be the season for the said creature. We'll have some pumpkin head foot soldiers, which of course it is a tier 5 zone, so do be aware of it. So I'm just going to go round the farm, and you can head up the path here, but if you just go through the forest a little bit, you'll get to the area where the two paths meet. And you also have the fishing hut down on the river. Now up in this area you'll find some earth elementals, which is our main target. First of all I'm just going to clear up the area. And just head up a little bit further and find up here there is a spawning area for some earth elementals. So I'm now going to look around for the earth elemental that happens to have the rune on it. And we find an earth elemental. Let's see if this one's got the... Now they're all up in this part area of the map. It can be any earth elemental. All of these runes are on the same targets in the locations where I'm saying they are, but maybe not on this particular one if it does spawn on this one. Sometimes it's a bit of looking around until you find it. It's not on this one, so I will continue on until I find it. And here we have a rune, an earth elemental that I've just killed, and we find that he's actually got the rune of the body on him. So, as I say, it can be on any of the earth elementals up in this top area. Now if you find you're not you're running around and you're not getting them, it's probably because you already have them in your inventory. They don't show up as quest items, they are basically normal items that are untradeable because they are in a brown or reddish colour. Now the next place that we need to head towards is the little village, and one small tip: if you do go into the windmill whilst you're here, you will actually find some nice cooking reagents. What we're looking for in this area is Ebon cultists, zombies. Sometimes there's one down here, but I think we're going to find him. He's normally found in the village. There's a spawning point just outside the village. She's not there. And here's our main target. Now you will get attacked with zombies in here as well. No, that one didn't have it, so let's go and find another one. And on that cultist, as I say, we find the rune, the spirit. So now we've got 2 of the runes. Next place we need to head for is across the lake on the other side, where you will find a river which we are going to follow up. So let's go quickly swim across the lake to the mouth of the river. And basically you just need to follow this river all the way up to the top end, where you will find the cave. So I'm just going to quickly run through it, but there's some good combat in the area. Got some crocodiles, got some Ebon cultists, got loads of undead. And it's a good area to develop a medium level character, as there's a tier 5 zone. There we go. Slowed down by some disabling shots. Here we find a cave which we need to go into. Again, I'm going to rush towards the back end of the cave. And we'll need to find our next rune. Now the cave is inhabited by the cultists. Good idea to fight the way through, just to make the video a little bit shorter. I'm just going to run up towards the edge of the cave, and then I'm going to have to clear out the area, and then I will get back to you. This is the cave area which we need to be talking about. Right, so here we are. Just actually had to spend some time clearing out the area, but we'll find that the next rune is not on a target in here, it's actually lying around somewhere. And I'll show you the common places. You sometimes find it down in here. I have found it in this tent over here. In this tent over here, and lying down there. It's in some of the hardest areas. I found it on the floor over here. Today it's in one of the hardest areas to locate. And if you are finding it hard to locate, just look in this location. You'll find the rune of the mind tucked up in the back of this bookcase. So that's the 3 runes found on us now. So we've got the body, mind and spirit. And now we need to go to an obelisk to place them. So again, we're just going to go out of the cave. Then as we get out of the cave, we need to head west. And we're not following the lake entirely. We just need to follow out of here, start heading inland towards the forest, where we have to find a path. Yeah. It's just up here in the northeast of the map, in this lower section. And then up here we'll find a couple of cultists, 1 or 2. We'll just clear those out of the way. And up ahead we find the obelisk we need to get to. And we find the symbols on there which relate to the symbols of the rune of the body, mind and spirit, and we just click on them and it will automatically replace them. And then when we click the last one, we'll see something rise out of the water. That is our next destination. See 3 towers have risen up. Now you just need to find your way down to the water's edge. Now I've used safe fall to make those jumps. And we need to go back to the village to go up the shorter of the towers. And take note as we go over, you'll see there's a footbridge up here that starts to rotate. And it's on a little timed sequence, which we'll come to those in a short while. We have to fight through 3 towers. And these are all undead, so I've got a deck prepared for the undead, so I'm just going to prepare that and then I will head on in. And inside you will find loads of equipment, and this is an area that you have to kill all of the targets in the zone, and then the teleport pad will become active. There we go, pad is now active, so let's quickly grab our loot. And teleport up to the next area where we find the bridge. And it's best to wait for it to cycle round, follow up the middle, and even at walking pace you should be able to make it. Only just, so if you feel uncomfortable you can use dash to get across a little bit quicker, but of course if you fall off you're going to have to come back round. Into the second room where we see lots more, and And then with the combat finished, we find that the teleporter is again active. And we find the second of the bridges ahead, which will just wait for the cycle to time round. I'm going to use Potion of Wolf Speed. Got to be cautious as we go much faster. And we have the second bridge done. And in this room I find it's good just to get yourself organised. Find a little area back here. And finally, with this run completed, we find that we've had to fight a nice lich and a few archers, and of course some foot soldiers. And the final teleporter is available to us. And here we find we're actually on the roof. And to get to our blessing, all we have to do is jump onto the teleporter, and we find that we have a blessing of invigoration, which is a 10 plus 10 healing modifier for 2 days or 3 days. So that is how you get that particular buff in the game. And I hope you found this video helpful and informative. And of course, you can subscribe to me on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitch, where I do some streaming, and feel free to leave any comments in any of the comments areas and I will get back to you. And thank you for watching.